Hey everyone, this is Rock DIY. Today's topic of discussion is which of the two stores, Home Depot and Lowe's, has the best military discount. This can be debatable because it isn't always just about what the store says it offers. It can be other things such as customer service, the location of the store, as far as how close it is to your house, products they actually have on hand, and the quality of the products, and then also pricing. Even though it can be debatable as far as which store is better than the other, what I'm going to stick to in this discussion is what the store says it has to offer as far as someone getting and using their military discount in the store and or online. The information that I'm going to provide is current as of 26 January 2022. We'll start off with spouse eligibility. In both cases at Home Depot and Lowe's, current spouses are eligible for an account of their own at both stores, which allows them the same military discount. Are children eligible? In both cases, no. Dependents are not eligible. Only a current spouse is eligible. Can you have a joint account at Home Depot and Lowe's? No, at both stores, and in most cases it wouldn't make sense to have a joint account, especially with Home Depot, because they have a cap on your discount limit per year. So you wouldn't want that joint account because then it would be limited, and since Lowe's doesn't have a cap, it really wouldn't matter. The discount percentage at both stores is 10%. Is there a limit to how much you can save at each store? At Home Depot, there is a savings limit. Lowe's, there is no savings limit. Home Depot has a $400 annual cap to how much you can save. And in Lowe's case, there is no limit or cap. So you can continue to save 10% year round at Lowe's. But in Home Depot's case, you would have to spend $4,000 to save $400, which would be your 10%. And then if you happen to do that in the first 3 months or 6 months of the year, the rest of the year, you would not be able to save anything. Does your military discount apply to online purchases? For both Lowe's and Home Depot, the answer is yes. And this is a recent change for Home Depot. Home Depot used to not give a discount for online purchases at all. Does both stores have a QR code that applies your military discount? In this case, Home Depot does and Lowe's does not. And in order to use the QR code with Home Depot, you have to sign up for an account, get verified, and then download the app, the Home Depot app, onto your phone, which would give you a QR code that you can use in the store at checkout to apply your discount. There are two potential issues that I see with Home Depot going to the QR code feature. One is going to be, there are going to be military who have not shopped at Home Depot in a long time and then decide to go to Home Depot to shop and then inquire about getting their military discount, and they're going to be told they can't, and it's going to be because they haven't signed up for a Home Depot account, they haven't been verified, and they haven't downloaded the app. So if you just happen to be at the store standing in line just to get through those three things, that is a little bit of a lengthy process, which could cause some military personnel to frown upon Home Depot because they weren't aware of the change, and then they may potentially not shop at Home Depot again. Another issue that's going to be created by this QR code requirement is that I don't know if Home Depot corporate decided that, or within their wisdom, that every military person has the latest and greatest technology. Unfortunately, there are going to be veterans, military personnel who aren't going to have the latest technology and will not be able to download the app onto their phone, which means they will not be able to get a QR code in order to receive their military discount. There is a workaround for this. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to be the most convenient way to get your military discount. But even if you don't have the app, you can log into your Home Depot account and select your items for purchase, and because you're logged into the account, it will apply your 10% military discount to your purchase. So you would have to do an online purchase and pick up in store, or an online purchase and ship to store for pickup. As of 31 January 2022, Home Depot will be getting rid of the barcode that the employees typically carried that allowed them to scan it when a military person wanted to claim their discount. So that's going away, and then the QR code takes its place. Lowe's will continue to have a barcode that is on their membership card or a key tag that can be scanned that brings up your information at the register, but you'll still have to show ID because the membership card is not an official form of ID, nor does it have a photo. Home Depot does use Sheer ID to verify eligibility for both the military person and the current spouse. Lowe's uses ID.me to verify eligibility for the military person and current spouse. In some cases, at both stores, when the determination for eligibility is being done, you may be asked to send a government-issued document that proves you have served or are currently serving. This may also be a requirement for a current spouse as well. As far as what is considered acceptable ID to apply your military discount when you go to either store, starting with Home Depot. As of now, if you have the QR code, and also after 31 January, you'll be required to have the QR code, which you can use on the app on your phone when you go through the self-service line, or if you go through a line where an actual cashier is there. I know personally I've been able to go through the self-service line just using the QR code, scanning it, and not having to show any ID to anyone, and it applied my discount. I have also gone through the line that has a cashier, and I've had my phone scanned by the cashier, which has the QR code, and I was not asked for my ID. I don't know if this is going to be in every case. I'm sure it's within their right to ask for your ID, so be prepared to show your ID. As far as Lowe's, it's been kind of hit and miss with Lowe's as far as showing ID or not showing ID. I've gone to Lowe's recently. I have a membership card and a key tag. I've had the cashier scan my key tag and then ask me for my phone number, which if they scan my card, the phone number would have shown up, and that could be them just verifying my phone number. But even after asking for my phone number, they still ask me to show an ID that shows my service, whether it was a VA ID card or a retiree ID card or some type of military ID of some sort. I think in almost every case at Lowe's, you're always going to show ID in order to have your discount applied. I don't think that'll be the case, or at least from what I've seen so far with Home Depot. With both stores, they do both have phone apps that you can use. In Home Depot's case, the phone app is tied to the QR code that gives you your military discount. Can you view your purchases that you've made online and with the phone app? In the case of both stores, yes, you can do that with both stores. All right, so I've told you the pros and cons of what each store has to offer as far as the military discount that's available. At the end of the day, I can't decide which store offers the better military discount. They both have some pros and cons, and none of anything I said may help you make a decision about which store you want to go to over the other, because I do think in most cases there are going to be other things that are going to come into play, which I mentioned at the beginning of this video, and that's customer service, location, because if one store over the other is closer to your house, you're more than likely going to go to that one, unless you have a personal preference to go to whichever store is further away. And I think in most cases, because I've lived in quite a few states, just about everywhere I've been, Home Depot and Lowe's always seem to be in close proximity to each other. As far as the products, you can look online and compare, or go to each store and compare the price of one thing over another. What I've seen in a lot of cases is that they're within a few cents of each other, and that's not in all cases. Your military discount applies to most full-priced items